Listen up, Earth Angels. I don't know who this message is for yet, but you'll know if it's for you. So I'm going to give this a shuffle and invoke the spirits, and then, we'll get into this message, okay? So, spirit, angels, ancestors of the purest, most brilliant white light and the most cosmic, profound, creative darkness, I ask that you speak through me now with clarity to help me deliver the message for the earth angels with perfection, ease, and confidence for the good of all and the harm of none, except the Israelis. So let's see what the spirit's got to say tonight. I did a walk around episode earlier this day. Well, yesterday, I guess now. And I got to see some goats. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, 3 cards just came out, and I wanted 3 cards. So let's see. Ooh, okay. The Hanged Man. Oh, look at this one. This one is so like, um, I don't know. They look like, I don't know why David Bowie came to me, but um, cool. Okay, so the Hanged Man. Mm. This is calling for pause, surrender, letting go, waiting, new perspectives, wisdom, self sacrifice, uncertainty, contemplation. Mm. Yeah, I've been hearing about, pausing, surrendering, letting go. Mm. Um, what's the word? Oh, succumb. Succumb. Succumb? I think the B is silent. But yeah, to like succumb, to stop fighting, to, let go. So yeah, the hanged man is about kind of like, they're not like a hanged man. They're like hanging from a tree. Like, that person, they look good. They're chilling. And so this allows them to rest, pause, see things from a new perspective. Um, this crescent moon behind is giving me like, that's usually showing like kind of the unseen. You're not seeing the full picture. And so you want to pause, surrender. Um, yeah, and the wisdom that's gained from kind of pulling yourself back, contemplating, the wisdom gained through uncertainty, and kind of waiting for clarity without, fighting and forcing to like figure out the answer. You're just chilling and, surrendering, okay? So, ooh, next one. Interesting, because this is like kind of an opposite energy. Knight of Wands. Ooh, ooh, okay. Courageous, energetic, charming, passion, adventure, free spirited, hero, impulsive, rebellious, hot tempered, drive. This reminds me of yours truly. So this might also be about you. You maybe, or maybe this is like we've been talking about kind of releasing our old identity and integrating this new identity. And yeah, I feel like this version of you is courageous and energetic and, very charming. You got good bants, as the Brits say. And you're very passionate, adventurous, free spirited. We love. Maybe you've been hearing that like you're a hero. You're the hero, and you're kind of learning to accept that. And, rather than be like, oh no, who me? Doing a little performance of modesty and of kind of not knowing yourself. But yeah, I think there is a side of you that is more rebellious, more impulsive, more hot tempered, more passionate, adventurous than, this old identity of you was, maybe that you've been in previous years. But so yeah, let's see what this third card was. Ooh, another wands. 10 of wands. So yeah, this is also talking about an ending, a completion. You've, worked really hard and you've, overcome these mountains. You've gotten to the top of the mountains and you're done, babe. You did. And so 10 of wands is about too many burdens, extra responsibilities. Oof, efforting, stress and exhaustion, duty, obligation, burning out, struggles. Ooh, babe. Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. 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 I'm seeing what the message is. So, you are currently in this season moment, maybe not a whole season. I feel like it's kind of the end of this season of pause, of surrender, where you've let go, you're done fighting. You have been really passionate and courageous, and you fought hard. You were like, I'm gonna just do it, and you dove in head first. And it was really powerful and really brilliant and fiery and beautiful to see. We needed that. It was very inspiring. But, now people, like, a lot of people know that, like, you're the one who's gonna do the thing. You're the one who's gonna stand up. You're the one who's gonna speak truth to power. You're the one who's gonna do the heavy lifting. She's holding all them freaking sticks, man. Come on. You maybe take on extra responsibilities and you do a lot of efforting, and maybe you've gotten a lot of your value, of your esteem from your ability to effort, to use your willpower and your drive to accomplish something, to get to the top of the mountain, to get done what needs to be done. But yeah, now you're a little burned out, maybe a lot of burned out. That, like, this is the 10. You're done. Actually, you're exhausted. You're stressed, maybe because you've been taking on extra responsibilities of other people's burdens, other people's work. Other people are supposed to be standing in their power and, being courageous and bold, but they don't really have to because you keep taking on their responsibility to do it, and efforting and figuring it out. And yeah, so you're entering into this season where you're going to be creating and doing things out of joy rather than out of obligation. But you're going to have to put down all of these wands. And ooh, I like it. It's kind of like there's just like one wand and the hanged man is hanging from it, relaxing. Now, rather than holding on to all these wands, getting up on your high horse and like charging in, defending yourself, from people who are trying to get in your way. Very heroic, very courageous. We love, very necessary, but now you got to surrender. I know you're comfortable with the efforting and the doing it yourself and, the standing up. We're all used to you doing that and we needed you to do that. But yeah, this is a season of pause. And what wisdom can you get from the not efforting, from the like woo way, from the non doing? Because yeah, you're burnt out and you you've been self-sacrificing, and now you're getting a new perspective by pausing and waiting till things become clearer. All right. And I feel like this is like a cycle that, we all go through, um, where, where we get a lot of energy and we charge in and we're passionate about something, and it feels really good. You're like leading like with your heart, following your heart. um but eventually you get a little burned out. It feels so good that you start maybe taking on other people's battles, and taking on other people's stress. And because you're someone who, I don't know, you just make everything better. Like, people love to come to you with their problems and their battles, and you kind of like seemingly effortlessly just like have the right answer for them. You like are an excellent advocate. You're like, you're someone who anyone would want on their side. However, I know the astrology recently is about like the self. And so you need to take some time for yourself now. All right. You've done the fighting, you gotten to the top of the mountain. Now you got to lay down, let go of all of these wands, and just get a new perspective. Hang out, wait, contemplate. Okay. um yeah, see what you figure out in this period of contemplation. Okay. And after this, you'll know, your heart will tell you, you'll feel that restless energy, and your passion will ignite, and you will dive in, um even more equipped, even more shielded, now that you've, done the work of resting and clearing the burnout. Because you're gonna make it to the top of the mountain again. You're on a horse, like, this is you. You're good. It's normal for you. But once you're at the top of the mountain, you gotta let it go and pause, surrender, succumb, mm, to the joy. Succumb to the joy. Well, my loves, I've delivered the message. So let me know what you think, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, or you want to go all in with me, head on over to my website, ShebaNewmanBlount.com. Link is in my bio. And also head on over to the rest of my YouTube page and go and check out more of these episodes. They work as standalones, but there's also a common cosmic thread that unites all of them. And yeah, stick with me, kid, and you'll see how I became the woman who went from easily receiving $5,000 every month to effortlessly receiving $100,000 every single month. And that's because, I know when to pause. I know when to, oh, it's upside down. Are these all upside down? Oh my God. Just these two. Okay. I know how to pause. I see things from a different perspective. I know the power of seeing things differently than they are intended, looking at things differently than they're intended, waiting, contemplating, understanding that there's wisdom in the surrender, in the uncertainty, and knowing that, yeah, like, I am a courageous, bold, adventurous, daring person, and I do the work to get to the top. And yeah, I'm going to keep doing that, because then after I start to feel a little exhausted, I maybe take on other people's stress, fight other people's battles for them. I know eventually I gotta put the weight down, put down other people's things, put down my own things, and pause and surrender. Ah, and so it is. All right, Earth Angels, I love you so much. I see you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.